The animation is pretty good, right? The character's animation pretty standard for a mobile game, but as I mentioned, for an NFT game, this is considered to be much higher end than regular NFT games. Okay, guys, welcome to another video. So in this game, I'm going to talk about one of the latest play-to-earn games that just recently launched, and it's called WonderHero, as you can see on the screen here. So this is a mobile-only game. That means it's available on iOS devices as well as Android mobile phones. And basically, you will need to purchase the skins as well as the weapons in order to start playing. So it's not a free-to-play like other mobile games. It is an NFT game. So going into the first impressions, first and foremost, is that the workmanship and the graphics as well as the character designs, they are honestly of the higher end side, higher quality side compared to other NFT games that I've seen. So the other popular NFT game that you've seen probably on my channel is that I play Axie Infinity. So when you compare with Axie Infinity, this is definitely of a higher quality because you can look at the characters, anime style, decently well animated. You can switch out the display character here, and all of them are voice acted as well. Yep, so you can hear the voice acting here. It is decent voice acting. Obviously, it's not top tier voice acting like they don't have famous voice actors like, I don't know, Yu Horie or other famous Japanese voice actors to voice act their game. It's not that high budget. It's not a triple-A budget, like not a triple-A mobile game like Konosuba or like Genshin Impact. So there's nowhere near the development budget of those games, right? Yesterday was its launch. It launched on the 26th of January officially, and before that people were playing the beta. So 26th of January was the official launch, and I downloaded and tried the game for one single day. So first and foremost, yep, graphics looks good. Sound actually looks good as well. Wide cast of characters, animation is good. And we can take a look at maybe let's take a look at the homepage, right? If we go to the homepage, now this is the marketplace. Let's see if I can just Google for WonderHero. Yeah, so the homepage is wonderhero.io. This is their homepage. There's a lot of guides here. There's the link here is for marketplace, where I'm at, where you need to buy the hero skins as well as the weapons as equipment before you can start playing. In order to start playing the game, the minimum requirement is for you to buy one hero skin and one associated hero weapon in order for you to equip that particular hero so that you can play the game. The recommended party size is 4. That means 4 hero skins, 4 weapon skins in order to play normally to clear most of the missions. But you can technically start with 1. Like I have seen, like, there's this guy on their official Discord server that is posting screenshots of him clearing up to stage 4 with just 1 hero, and one hero skin. But you can see that his gear actually is fully equipped with 5-star gear. That means obviously either to probably purchase the more expensive gear in order to be so successful with just one single hero. And you can see that one of the Discord members has said that note that he has the highest gear for that particular hero, which is Fuma. So you'll not be able to do this without a good set. So personally, I did try playing the game with a start of 2 characters or 2 heroes, but I couldn't go very far. The furthest I reached with 2 heroes was only within like stage 1-3, which is the boss stage for just chapter 1. And I couldn't clear it with just 2 heroes, so I had to buy a third character skin as well as the weapon in order to clear it. You play the game, you get rewarded in Horn and as well as WND. So you can get both Horn by clearing the missions one by one. Like if I were to go into one of the battles here, so you can click on any one stage, and you can see the stage drops here. It will drop either Horn or one of the all the gear and so on. So the gear are all worth money per se because you can sell them in the marketplace. These are material supply chests. I haven't gotten any of this material supply chests yet. I have gotten things like I haven't gotten all this single gear, multi-star gear, never gotten it. I've gotten a lot of hero EXP, common wisdom potions, which is essential for playing the game. And one thing to note that the horn is actually on a random drop basis, so it's not guaranteed for the game to drop horn after every stage clear. And this is the frustrating thing about this game, but it also caps the burning rate of horn per se, because there's not that much horn being generated among the players, so they kind of want to control like the price of horn per se, because if you have a lot of people earning a lot of horn and a lot of them dumping the market, right, they're just selling horn for USD, then you have a sharp decline in the price of horn, which is what the developers don't want, right? They want to keep horn as stable as possible to attract as many players to come in to play and earn in the game as possible. So I have actually gotten equipment chests. Is it material? I haven't gotten material, but I have gotten equipment supply chests. I've gotten 2 of it actually from the battles. Going back to the price of horn, you can see that here in the official marketplace, WND is at $1 per coin. Horn is currently at 7 cents, but the price fluctuates quite violently per se, quite significantly, just like regular crypto, I guess. Because when I started the game yesterday, horn was actually at 10 cents, and now in this morning when I woke up, I checked the price, it had dropped to 6 cents, so there was like 40% drop in price, and then now it's actually back to 7 cents. So in January there was a peak in horn price up to 18 cents, and I mentioned on game launch day it was actually 10 cents, and it has promptly dropped down to 7 cents. So will it drop further? It probably might. So the economy on this game is something that if you are going to play in this game, it's something you have to take a risk on, because the game has just launched. We don't know how many players are actually so-called farming and selling WND as well as horn coins. So if there's a lot of people selling, obviously the price is going to go down over time, and your return on investment for playing this game is going to get longer and longer. It's going to be harder and harder for you to earn your money back. Okay, also how much horn, so that is regards to horn price as well as WND, right? So how much do you need to play in order to break even? So that's a question that I'm asking myself as well. Pretty difficult to calculate at this point of time. So let's have a person that spends like cash on 3 heroes, right? So how do you get heroes? If you go to the Wonder Box, this is how the game is advertising its heroes. That means they're asking people to buy their Wonder Box for 200 USD each. This is in USDT, which is in Tether, which has the same value as USD. All transactions are done on the Binance Smart Chain, so you have to have your MetaMask linked to the Binance Smart Chain BSC mainnet, and in order to buy some USDT tokens before you can participate in the game. So you can get them from Binance, obviously, because it's a Binance Smart Chain. So they are advertising their boxes, which are 200 USDT each. So assuming you buy 3 characters, right? 3 characters and 3 boxes, that's 600 USDT. For me, my entry price was a little bit lower because technically you don't need to buy the whole box in order to start playing. All you need is just the hero skin as well as the associated weapon. So if you can look at the hero skin here, let's look at lowest price, right? Some of these it lists 39 USD, but it's actually not for sale. That means the system is the marketplace is kind of bugged at the moment. Like you have some listed for low prices, but either they are already sold or maybe the seller has taken them off the market, but it still shows in the marketplace. So the cheapest one you can see here is Ashanti for 44 USDT, but the deceptive thing is that its weapons are actually very expensive. So even though you can buy this for 44, this hero, if you look at her weapon, you go to Ashanti, which is a hero, and you go to her weapon, you can see that some really cheap, but this is pretty deceptive as well, because Wicked Parasite is actually a weapon for Ashanti that doesn't do any damage. I learned this the hard way. It actually summons tentacles that sometimes do damage and sometimes doesn't, because they have very limited range and it's honestly not that good. So you can buy like 35 USDT with that. Earlier it was 40-ish, right? So that's about so you can have like 35 and then maybe like 50 USD for the hero skin. So that's 85 USD. But this is not a good set for this hero because it doesn't do a lot of damage. It only summons a lot of tentacles to tank, so it's more like a tanker instead of a damage dealer. So that's not really what you want as your starting characters. In order for this character to do damage, you have to buy the Sinful Charm, which this is sold out. So let's see which is the lowest price Sinful Charm that we can get. 69 USDT. So if we want to go to marketplace here, get hero skins, right? And we'll look for lowest price. So earlier we have the what is it, Ashanti skin at 44, right? 44, and then we have its weapon at 69, right? So let's do the math again. 44 plus 69 will be equals to 113. So you need on average about 100 over USD just to buy one hero skin and one weapon. So can you buy the same heroes? That like can I buy 3 Ashantis and 3 of the same weapons? I think apparently not. You have to buy 3 separate heroes, because when you buy a hero skin, you have to equip the hero skin on the same particular hero in the game. Like here, you equip the skins. So if you have like 3 skins, right, I can still only equip 1 skin at a time. So I can only play this hero with 1 skin. So buying 3 skins will be redundant for an investment, in terms of if you're an early investment perspective. If you have further skins to change the ability of the hero as you're more advanced in the game, like for PvP or like for certain purposes, for certain status and stats, then that might be a different story. But to start out, you just need 1 skin. So you need 1 skin for a different hero. So let's see. Going back to the market, let's look at if we were to look for some other cheap skins, right? Lowest price hero skin. Okay, can we get Kujiro for cheap? No, probably not. It's this. Sean Muramasa is not available. So the marketplace is a little bit frustrating right now. Okay, Kagura Mine is cheap at 49, right? So let's look at Kagura Mine weapons. Weapons for the lowest price. Can we get them for 24? Nope. 35? Nope. 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 Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. So the lowest price I can find is 45 for the weapon, as well as 49. So Kagura is another one of the cheapest heroes you can buy. That would cost like 49 plus weapon is at 45. So that will be 94, right? So it's another about 100. So earlier the Ashanti cost about 120. So Kagura costs about 100. So that's about 200 plus. And let's see if we can find a third hero for cheap. Okay, so that's Kagura Mine. So obviously we can't buy any other Kagura skins. We can buy Valkyrie. So Valkyrie is available at 50. And let's see Valkyrie's weapons. Weapon for Valkyrie. Is this available? 35? Nope. 48. So it's available for 48. So you can get a Valkyrie for 48 for the weapon and 50 for its skin. So that's another 98. So generally speaking, you need about 100 to like 120 USD per hero. So let's average it out to 100 USD, maybe 105 USD, right? For each hero. Multiply by 3. So you need to put in about 320 USD in order to have 3 heroes to play the game properly. Then you can actually progress beyond chapter 1 going into chapter 2. But even with chapter 2, I'm also currently stuck in chapter 2-3, which is actually not even the boss battle, right? Just 2-3 is like a mini boss, and I'm already stuck there. I couldn't progress with just my 3 heroes. I'm considering buying a 4th hero, but maybe not. So it might be too big an investment because I'm not too sure when I'm gonna earn my return on investment. Okay, going back to the potential earnings in the game. So with 3 heroes, how much can I possibly earn? This is something that is quite hard to answer actually, because even though it says the daily limit here for my player level 2, it's 550 horn of like 550 horn that I could earn as a maximum limit. In reality, with the energy that I have per day, I'm earning a lot less than that, because in day 1 I earned about only 100 overrun. I think 100, and there's no tracker here. 100. Can I see the daily earnings? No, there's no tracker. So day 1 I earned about 100-ish RON, and today is day 2. I mean, it says here I will 100 over RON. So maybe we can average out to, let's say, as a conservative estimate, let's say if one day we earn about 180 RON as a conservative estimate. Because since RON is a random drop, there'll be some days where you earn higher amounts of RON. Maybe someday you get really lucky, you earn 550 RON, and some days you get really unlucky, you can earn 0 RON, right? So let's say average it out at 180 RON. RON is now at, what's the value? 7 cents. So 0.07, right? So that's about $12, assuming the price of RON stays even. So $12 a day, and I have to break even 320, right? Divided by $12. Technically, you'll take about 26 days to break even. 26 days, this is also assuming that the price of RON stays stable. Obviously, we have WND as well. I have 2 WND here. I believe each WND costs about $2, so I'm going to discount the WND from the calculation for now, because it's not guaranteed. So technically about 1 month, but it's really hard to say, because if the price of HON, sorry, not RON, it's HON. I think I keep saying RON in the video. So if the price of HON keeps dropping as the players come in, right, and they flood the marketplace, they keep selling the HON, the price is going to drop. If they keep dropping, you will see your break-even period go longer and longer and longer. So this is something that's really hard to estimate. It's something that you have to take a huge risk on when you enter the game. But let's assume HON drops further, right? So let's do a calculation. Let's say the price of HON drops to 20 cents. Okay, let's assume 20 cents. We multiply by about 180 HON earned per day, $3, right? So then your break even will be 320 divided by, I think it's about 3.6, right? So that will take about 88 days, about 90 days. So that will be about 3 months. So even if HON drops even further, drops down to 22 cents, sorry, not 20 cents. Even if it drops down to 2 cents, it still takes about 3 months. So that is with 3 heroes bought from the marketplace rather than the Wonder Box. So obviously, if you bought via the WonderHero or WonderHero mystery box, your return on investment is going to be double, because you are investing 600 USD instead of just 320 USD. So that will cost a lot more. Okay, so that is the economics part of it. I'm going to show a little bit of gameplay. So how does the game play? This is something that I could repeat. So basically, when you go in, just like any other mobile game, you select a chapter, then you go in, you can see stage achievements. Like I've cleared this achievement before and gotten 1 star, and finished a battle in 15 turns, gotten the other star. So for the 3rd star, I need to have a Sarah in my lineup. That means I have to buy the Sarah skin as well as the Sarah weapon in order for me to get this 3rd star, which is going to be expensive, because a lot of the earlier levels, right, will require certain heroes such as Nightingale as well as Sarah, and people are so-called relying on that fact to price the Sarah and Nightingale skins a lot higher in the marketplace. So it's gonna cost you way more than 200 USD just to get a Sarah and Nightingale skin and weapon. Okay, I'm gonna show some gameplay. So with each battle, you need to spend 1 energy for each battle, and then with battle, you get unguaranteed rewards for HON. Then energy recovers once every 2 hours, so technically in 24 hours, you get back your 12 energy. So I played the game in the morning. That's about 5 to 6 energy spent. So now I'm playing in the half another about half a day has passed, so I'm playing the rest of the energy. Okay, so obviously I previously put this on auto. So just showing you a bit of game mechanics, when you select a particular hero, they will show its movement range indicated in white, where it can move, as well as its attack range, which is indicated in red stripes. So you can see the red stripes here. So this is where it could attack as well. Maybe I can use a big pen to illustrate it better. Yep, so this is the attack range, while the one in white here is its movement range. Okay, so in this case, we want to just position this hero here, I guess. And then when you want to select another hero, you have to click on it. Or if you're using a mobile, just use your finger and tap on that particular hero. So same thing, white shows its movement range, where it can move to. And the red with stripes will show its attack range. So basically, by standing put here, she can actually do a sizable amount of damage. Then we'll select the third hero. So earlier it was on auto, so the AI has already moved it for me. So I can move over to here, and then you can see the red stripe. So it attacks in an area of effect surrounding her with this weapon. So we can attack this turret. And when you end the turn, you click action. Basically, it's the same thing as ending the turn, and then your heroes will take their turn and attack. So you can see that the heroes attack in both directions, which is something that's important for if you're starting out the game. It's actually better for your heroes to be positioned in the middle of the battlefield. Obviously, positioning in the middle of the battlefield means that they have a chance to be surrounded by enemy units. But it's a high risk, high reward situation, because since the characters attack in both directions, if they're in the middle, they can hit characters on the left and to the right of them, which is what you want, right, to do maximum damage. So you can move them. And obviously you can see that each character has an ultimate here, which I'll maybe show in another game. So the ultimate actually takes turns to cool down. That means with 5 more turns, because this is a turn-based RPG game, right? With 5 more turns, she's going to be able to use her ultimate. For her, it takes 6 more turns, and for her, it takes 6 more turns as well. So same thing, we're going to end the turn here. So they will attack in both directions, and you see the damage numbers being dealt. Okay, so she got damaged by the explosion for an enemy there. Okay. So in this case, there's also an auto function. So for mobile game players, if you're familiar with mobile games, they are designed for you to be played on the go. So you can be on like a public transport such as a bus or a train. You can be standing waiting for your bus or train, and then you can be playing this. And you can actually activate auto so that the characters move by themselves. You don't need to micromanage them. And you can just pay attention to your surroundings, right? Like you can be boarding the bus, boarding the train, and then you don't have time to micromanage the game. You can just press auto, and then you can just carry on with your day-to-day activity. So that is the convenient thing about this game. That means it doesn't really require bots, and you can see that actually I didn't get Horn, but I got an equipment reward chest, and I got the EXP pots. The EXP, yeah, I just call it EXP potions. So yeah, so this is the good thing about this game, is that you don't need to spend a lot of time, and you can play it on the go. So that's the thing, that you don't have to micromanage the game, right? You don't need to spend a lot of your time to micromanage the game. The farming part of it can be done quite passively. You can keep repeating this stage. Like for me, I've actually repeated this stage quite a few times. I'm going to repeat again to click retry. And you can even speed up the game animation, maximum of 2x. So it's on auto, right? So I'll just let it play out in auto. Then speed it up to 2x. So you can see that the game does go pretty fast when it's fully automated. The AI control of your characters is quite alright. Like they don't move in very dumb situations. Like they will prioritize attacking the enemy, so it's fine. So I think sometimes their moves are even better than mine. So yeah, they seem to be doing it in a more optimal way than even I do. So you can see that the stage ended pretty quickly, right? So you can see again, I didn't earn any horn, I only earned experience pots. We're gonna retry again and see if we can get horn. So maybe I'm gonna use up all my energy here. And maybe we might not even earn any horn. Like, let's see if we earn any horn. Okay, pretty fast, right? To the stage. So again, no horn. Let's try. How much energy do I have again? Let's return to stage. 3 more energy. Let's try and repeat it. That way again. The animation is pretty good, right? The character's animation pretty standard for a mobile game, but as I mentioned, for an NFT game, this is considered to be much higher end than regular NFT games, because if you're familiar with NFT games, the most prominent one being Axie Infinity, then this is already at a higher level, like better animated, better voice acted, because like Axie doesn't have really any voice acting at all. Still no. So still don't earn any horn. So we're gonna retry again. So still no horn, right? So you can see that the horn drop rate is actually quite low and is quite frustrating for a player. Like, because you're playing this game to try and earn the horn, right? You want to get back your initial investment, but yet you're not getting the horn. So I've used about, this is the 4th energy, I think. Or is it the 5th energy? We're still not getting the horn. So he hasn't got any horn as well. Let's see if we are lucky this time round. But still no horn. So I think I have 1 final energy. I'm gonna keep it. But I think my point is made is that the horn drop rate is honestly quite low. So how are we gonna earn horn if it doesn't drop from the quest, right? The good thing is that they do have a daily quest which does reward horn. So first, let me check out what is dropped. Okay, so drop one of these battle supply. So a chest, 1 item. Weapons equipment, a chart. So I got this. Fortunately, what's this? No equip abilities. Increases cyborg defense. So I can equip it on cyborgs. So it adds hit points. Nothing special. So if we go to the equipment, you can see that there's this red hourglass logo right here, right? It's pretty small. Red hourglass logo right here. It means that this equipment is syncing, because obviously since all the equipment has to be reflected on the blockchain before you can equip and use it. It takes some time to sync. I think the game runs on the Polygon Matic network, which has its issues as of right now, because Polygon Matic is linked to Ethereum. And a lot of people actually are shorting as well as trading Ethereum because of the recent crypto crash. And you can see, yep, right here, right when I was talking about it, you can see here that it says Polygon is congested. So game rewards and NFT upgrades will sync after the chain returns to normal, right? So it is using the Polygon Matic network, and there are a lot of issues with Polygon Matic network at the moment. So yeah, that's the bad thing about it. So it would actually might take a few hours actually. Earlier I got this equipment in the morning, and it took about half a day for it to reflect properly in my inventory, as well as, oh yeah, I was talking about quests. So the other way you can earn horn is actually through daily quests. So that's the good thing about this. If you clear 5 stages every this is on daily mission, clear 5 stages, you get 100 horn, right? You enhance this equipment 1 time, you get 1 extra energy. Daily lock-in, you get, this is experience potion, as well as complete 3 daily tasks, you get 2 WND. So I actually did get my 2 WND. I believe I should have 2 WND yesterday. Okay. And in this case, in terms of the weekly trial, so I haven't completed the weekly trial yet. It's my second day of playing the game. But if you can enhance your equipment 5 times, you get a reward of 200 horn. 50 stages, 2 experience potions, which is, yeah, we're more than halfway there, so this should be okay. 2 weekly tasks, that means you need to complete both of these in order to get this box. Weapon or skin chest, which is not bad, right? Because you can see that 1 skin on average right now costs about 50 USD. So you can get a skin from this, that'll be really good. So you can play an extra hero, just have to buy the weapon. So hoping to get this. And how should I say? So since Hong itself has really okay, so how do we get this weekly quest, right, to enhance equipment? This also ties into the usage of Horn. Like, will Horn be just mass sold and dumped on the market like what SLP has, like what has been done to SLP in Axie Infinity? Because if you are not so familiar with Axie Infinity, right, is that the main farming token for Axie Infinity is called SLP, Smooth Love Potion. And if we look at we need to look at what is happening to SLP, or what has happened to SLP over the course of its run, to see what's the potential for the token for this game as well. So when the game launched back this is in 2020, okay, the chart, I believe actually the game has been around for quite a while, should be further than 2020, but maybe the chart only begins here, because I think Axie Infinity was around since 2018. But yeah, but okay, the token was at 0.5, 0.6 cents. You can see that there's ups and downs. And basically there's a huge boom in Axie Infinity popularity last year, 2021. And it was especially popular in Philippines, where people didn't have the ability to buy the Axies themselves to play, because typically in order to start playing Axie Infinity, you need to have an initial investment of around 600 USD to buy, like, typically 5 to 600 USD to buy 3 decently good Axies in order to be competitive in the arena to get a decent amount of SLP. But there were a lot of sponsors, we call them managers. I'm a manager myself, that actually buy the Axies and provide scholarships to other players to let them play it. So with the influx of scholarships, a lot of investors that provided scholarships, there was a huge explosion in the player count. And this was when the popularity of the game spiked. You can see that the token went up to a max of, I think, about 34 cents. But shortly after that, it started tanking, right? So this also coincided with when crypto was going downhill as well. So when crypto started to go downhill, when Ethereum started to stabilize and started to go down, the price of this token also started to tank as well. Basically because there was an oversupply of the token, because there wasn't a lot of usage for SLP. SLP is only used for breeding in the game. And in the game itself, right now, the stage of the game is that there are too many people breeding Axies. So the market is flooded with Axies. Axies are decreasing in price in terms of Ethereum. So since Axies are decreasing in price, it's no longer profitable to breed. So it's no longer profitable to breed. People don't breed. People are not using the token. So the token remains unused. And there's a huge supply of the token because people are playing the game every day, minting the SLP tokens every day. But yet there's lack of demand for the SLP. So hence, it goes down. So can WonderHero avoid it with their game? One way they're making use of the Horn tokens is through upgrades. So if we look at the equipment, if we click on the equipment, you can select the equipment and you can select enhance or modify. So modifying will actually will improve their so-called status effects per se. Like in this case, you can see that the damage and the percentage of attack will go up if I modify it to higher level. can see it goes up to 35 plus 52% and so on. But it costs Horn to upgrade, right? So in order to upgrade to level 3, costs a huge amount, like 270 Horn. Then you can also enhance the equipment. So by enhancing the equipment, I already have enhanced it once yesterday. And today to enhance it to level 2, it will increase both the attack as well. So there are two kinds of attack, percentage attack as well as physical attack. But in order to enhance the attack, also you will cost Horn as well. So for you to progress further in the games to upgrade the equipment of your characters, you have to use Horn to upgrade. So the developers are using this inbuilt game mechanics to try and force people to use Horn so that Horn has some utility and it doesn't get, hopefully it doesn't get dumped and massed into the market, like what SLP has, like what has happened to SLP, right, in the game of Axie Infinity. And then hopefully the token price would stay a bit more stable. But my personal opinion now is that as more and more players come into the game, as more and more Horn tokens are minted, the supply of Horn is still gonna exceed the demand for it. But it's still quite hard to say, because one smart mechanic of mobile games, right, I think this is really learned from other mobile games, is that it gets more and more expensive to upgrade your equipment. You can see level 2 costs 60, right? Level 3 will cost 140, and level 4 would cost 260, plus it costs the WND token. So now you can see like there is more and more usage for Horn tokens and WND tokens because it's inherently tied to the upgrade mechanics of the game. So for me to clear higher levels for my heroes to be more powerful, I have to upgrade them to be a higher level, as well as have to upgrade their gear to be higher level. And they have smartly also incorporated upgrades into the weekly as well as the daily objectives. So like I mentioned, in the weekly quest, right, you have to enhance your equipment 5 times, and then in daily mission, you have to enhance your equipment once per day. So since you're forced to upgrade, right? So since you're forced to upgrade, you have to use the Horn. So they are forcing people to use a Horn as well as the WND tokens in the game to have more utility for the token, and hopefully to reduce so increase the demand for the token. So the demand for the token is inbuilt into the game mechanics, and hopefully the supply and demand of the token is balanced so that token price hopefully stays stable. Okay, so anything else I want to add about the game is that I believe that's all I can introduce about the game at this point of day 2. So I'm probably going to play this game for at least a week. I mean, since I have the game, I'm going to play it every day. Probably post another update video in the end of the week. That means a 7-day update video to see how the price of Horn and WND has fared, whether it has crashed, whether it has gone up, and we will do another update on the profitability of the game at that point. So thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.